Hello friends, as the chief cook and bottle washer of Global Food Providers here in Chiriquí, Panama, we have a farm and dehydration center, a lot of food growing. We teach people secrets about sustainable farming. And while I could charge you thousands of dollars to come through a 2-week course and learn all of the secrets and the methods that we know on how to grow superfoods super fast and how to grow things in a very small space, let me just save you all of the education. The bottom line is this: Garden Grow Tower 2. The Garden Grow Tower project is unbelievable, and in my estimation, from everything I've learned over the years, is that the Garden Grow Tower 2 is the best possible thing you could ever get to grow superfoods super fast. In a 4 square foot area, you can grow up to 50 plants sustainably. Now, there's a lot of ways you can grow: hydroponics, aquaponics, aeroponics, but let me tell you, this system right here is true sustainable. It does not require electricity. It doesn't require that you put a lot of plant food in it and keep adding plant food. You don't have to keep the mix and keep the hydroponic mixture and everything, all the levels correct. It just grows. Set it and forget it, baby. Why? 50 holes for 50 plants. This thing has composting built in. You take your table scraps and put them in the top of this unit. You will also have red wiggler worms inside. They are developing worm castings all throughout. They're providing all of the fertilizer fed by your table scraps. And then, as you water, the water filters down and enters into a container, which is pure worm casting tea. It's unbelievable. You don't even have to know how to do this. Just plant it, set it, and again, forget it. You can grow anything with this: tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, kale, Swiss chard, mustard green, collard green, you name it. What do you want to grow? Put it in. Let the worms go to work. All you have to do is water once in a while and add your table scraps so that the worms do their thing, and you are the closest thing to sustainability anyone could ever have. We've worked out a special deal with the company, and here it is. We got you the lowest price in the country, plus we pulled free shipping to the lower 48 US. And not only that, but when you buy one of these things, you fully sponsor a feeding program for widows and orphans in the third world. Talk about a win-win-win. Get it now. The Garden Grow Tower Project 2. It's the bomb. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. If I didn't have 1.5 acres of greenhouse behind us to take care of, I'd have a couple of these things on my porch. You can put them in your balcony, on your deck, in your apartment. You can put them in a sunroom, put them in front of a window or out on your back porch, and it just works. As long as there's a little sun, a little bit of water, and some table scraps, you are in business growing 50 plants at a time. Unbelievable. I hope you're able to take this opportunity, get one of these things. You will be glad that you did. Dr. Daniel Daves of Global Food Providers, signing out.
What I love about the Garden Tower is that it makes gardening accessible to me and anyone who isn't so good at just getting down in the dirt and digging. I can reach every level, I can water it really easily, and gardening is so important. Coming in contact with something that's living, that you care for and that you nurture, is really fulfilling to your life. As a quadriplegic, my grip is pretty bad and my hands actually don't work that well. But you can see how easy, by just gripping the top of it, I'm able to turn it around with no problem.
We planted mainly kale, some romaine, a little basil, and celery up on top. The Garden Tower Project 2 and its new design is amazing. It's so easy to put together and prepare for planting. The composting feature, I feel, is the key in the Garden Tower project.
My name is Eleanor. I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm visiting Christy, who is my daughter-in-law, and I'm delighted to be here. I'm soon to be 80 years old, and I love my garden tower. It makes gardening so much easier for me, and it gives me good tomatoes and good green beans, and I just love it.
You take your kitchen compostables, you put them in the tower, and then out the bottom you get a finished compost, and out the sides you get produce for you to take to the table.
I was attracted to the Living Product Challenge immediately because I already want to have the least impact. The Living Product Challenge provided a blueprint, and I think the rest of my team felt the same way.
As a result of the Living Product Challenge, we've created garden towers that are 97% free of petroleum resources. We also identified specific waste streams, such as some of our packaging, and we eliminated them entirely through rethinking them. The garden tower has achieved a PETAL certification, and we see that as really setting the benchmark from which we create new products. We don't really see becoming more sustainable as a choice. If businesses aren't trying to be more sustainable, then as the consumer evolves, they won't be as relevant.
When you use a garden tower, you're 40 or 50 feet or less from your food, and you're going to be eating super healthy, nutrient-dense food. This can solve a big problem with food access, but everyone that buys it will be contributing to a planet that is healthier. I believe more companies will follow suit. When you're operated in the right way, I think good things will happen.
I'm here today with my good friend Amy, and she's going to help you learn everything you need to know about our new next generation garden tower. Amy?
Hi everybody, my name is Amy Rhodes of Land-Based Education, Agri-Tour Design. I'm a farm and garden educator, and I'm really excited to show you what you're going to find when you open the box of your next generation tower. In the center, you're going to find the sections of the vermicompost tube, and you'll see in these sections there are holes, and that's where the worms will move in and out. Access to your kitchen scraps. You'll also see there's a section of the compost tube that's different. This is the top section. There's a lid on top that will keep the rain out. You'll also notice there are tabs and grooves, and that's how you're gonna put the pieces together. At the very base, at the bottom, you'll find a drawer, and inside the drawer you find the legs of the tower. And then you have the grow rings. Fit nicely together there. You also have the bottom, the screen, and that goes on top of the drawer. And then you have the base of the tower. And it has ball bearings, which allows it to move around to get sun on all sides if needed, or better access so that you can tend to your plants. So we'll be putting it together, and you can get started. Hey everybody, this is Amy with the Garden Tower Project, and I'm going to show you how to put Generation 2 model together. So inside the drawer, you have the legs of the tower. So you're going to find the grooves at the base. You're going to slide those on there. It doesn't have to be completely tight right at first. So you'll see, once we get all three of them on there, you can press down from the top. Okay. Then you can put your drawer in the bottom. That's going to catch all your leachate, and the screen that's there will help block the soil from washing all the way through. And then you're going to start building your compost tube, and you'll start with the ones with the holes, and in each section, there's a tab and a groove, and you'll line those up. And then with your grow rings, there are posts that fit right in there. Locks down. You find the tabs, put those in the grooves like that. You can also refer to the instructions that came with the tower. Who likes to read instructions though? That's why you're watching the video. Fit those there, one after another. It's really awesome how easy this is. Don't need any tools, which is very cool. Don't really need any help. Maybe, there we go. Put the last grow ring on there. And then the very top of the vermicompost tube doesn't have the holes. And then on the very top of that, you have the lid, and that keeps rainwater from getting in there. There we go. Now we're ready to load it with soil. You've assembled your tower, and now you're ready to add the soil. Soil is the most important component of any garden system. The content, the composition of the soil will determine how successful your plants grow. So you want something that is light and lofty in structure so it won't compact as easily, and this will also allow water and air to move all throughout the tower, which will be really beneficial for your plants. So if you're an experienced gardener, you could create your own potting mix, or the simplest thing to do is to go to your garden center and purchase a high quality organic potting soil or professional growers mix, and you'll want 6 to 7 cubic feet to fill up your tower. And then you're ready to fill the tower. You don't want to rush this part. You want to make sure that you go nice and slow. If you've bought a light potting mix, it should be easy for you to lift it. And you're just going to fill about 1/3 of the tower full. If you've got a friend, they can hold the center column for you. It's always nice. Work with somebody. Just take your time. Okay, so once you have it 1/3 of the way full, before you water it, reach your hands into the pocket and pull the soil down a little bit. Just make sure that they're filled in. It's got some good soil in there. And then you're ready to water. So you've got 1/3 of the tower full, and you're going to put 3 gallons of water in. Okay, so now you're going to repeat the process. Add the second 1/3 of soil. Okay, so once you've filled the second 1/3 with soil, you can reach in, pull some of the soil down into the pockets, and then you're going to add 3 gallons of water again. Okay, and again you're going to repeat. Add the final 1/3 of soil. And don't forget to pull the soil down into the pockets. And add the final 3 gallons of water. So you filled it with 6 to 7 cubic feet of soil and 9 gallons of water, and now you're ready to start planting. Hey everybody, this is Amy with the Garden Tower Project. You've assembled your tower, you've put the soil in, watered it, you've put your transplants in, and now you get to start filling your compost tube. The compost tube is that center column with all the holes in it. And that's where the worms are going to move in and out. But to get it started, you're going to want to fill it with your kitchen scraps. So what kind of scraps can you put in there? Well, worms like all sorts of things. Your leftover peppers, your eggshells, you can crush those up and put them in there. You can add your fruit peels. You do want to avoid citrus fruits. The worms don't like citrus so much. You can even add coffee grounds, your tea bags. Those are all great things to add in there. You want to avoid dairy, any kind of meat. Those, when they break down, they'll begin to smell and attract animals if you have those outside, which could turn out really bad for you. So avoid putting those in there. Once a week, you can add some carbon sources, so your toilet paper rolls, torn up cardboard. You can also add shredded newspaper is good. You do want to avoid anything with a shiny texture to it. The inks on that aren't so good, so avoid putting those in there. But if you think of it, add that in there every once in a while. Don't stress too much though about setting this up just perfect. There's plenty of information on the internet about vermicomposting. When you're first starting, you're gonna wanna put your kitchen scraps in there and wait for about a week, and your scraps will start to break down and rot, and that's the way the worms like it. It gives you a week to go out and find your worms. You can go to any bait shop, a sporting goods store, online, on the website. There's a coupon there, there's a discount for Garden Tower customers, and you might also find other sources out there where you can purchase worms and get those through the mail. So have fun getting it set up. You're gonna find out having the worms, having a vermicompost system is what makes the Garden Tower better than any other tower out there, because it's going to create fertilizer for your tower and your plants are gonna be fantastic. So see you next time.